Is there a cold war in the palace of the Oba of Benin? Is there a misalignment within the relatives of the royal court? Or people have done their own research and they now have their own mind and they can speak their truth irrespective of who it may favor or go against. I want you guys to listen to the great grandson of Oba Ovonramen Great, who ruled in Benin Kingdom as at the time the 1897 invasion took place that led to the controversies of the Benin bronzes or artifact and the Benin Royal Museum, and also the MOA controversies we are seeing around. Listen to him, we'll come back and we'll talk more.
My name is Osamoyi Nosui Ovonramen. I'm the great grandson of Oba Ovonramen, related through Uswalele. Yes, Your Excellency, I am very, very much happy to be with you. But I've always been with you. But you wouldn't know who's saying. I think this is the second time I'm saying you. In your first tenure, I was really committed. I was in Benin. And I saw your late uncle, Oyuki Obaseki. And there were some other things that happened. I had to support that your great-grandfather, Nori Obaseki, Nori Yase, never did anything wrong to the Benin royal family. I happen to have seen my father, seen my uncles, and no. They never told me that there is that rift or I would did anything wrong. But there is no other avenue. Let me just say it briefly, and I'll ask my questions. Yes, I was served Ovonramen. It was in my day. I was served Eweka. And Eweka gave the daughter, Ebose, as wife to Ago. Do you give your daughter to who is your enemy? That's one. And another thing there is, I want to summarize. You see, the time 1897, there were a lot of things that happened. And I have to thank our ancestors at that time for playing it safe, that Benin was not totally wiped out. And it was under the leadership of Ago, Obaseki. But the story is for another day. I don't want to go, but I just want to pinpoint it. 20 years, I was there. Peaceful, and everything went on. Now, another thing I want to say there is this. I do not see what you have done wrong about this thing happening. Talking Obaseki, Omadano, he didn't do it. It's just sheer envy. That's why I say it, my own perception, and I stand to be corrected. Another thing there is this. It's just hatred. Because if you had left that your successful business coming to Edo State and to make things right, it's because you love Edo. Because a lot of us are Edo people, when we are comfortable, so we face those things. Because one thing there is this. I have looked at Benin. We just have to know our culture and behavior. The Edo man is courageous, but he doesn't speak. His God is civilized. And another the Benin is this. We love ourselves. But sorry, with your apology, I think the most important thing underlined is that back home, the primitiveness makes them, the first thing there is jealousy. When you are doing something, if you build a house that is one-story building, and you now ask our boy, hey, what boy, may I have a boy? Yes, I don't see, because I know where you took, I want to say it very well, categorically. It's just sheer jealousy, because I know how you transform Edo. But what I want to tell you, sir, you are an encyclopedia of Edo. And what you have to do, please, I want you to write your stewardship. It will make reference to it. People talk about Awolowo. Awolowo never stayed, never ruled for 5 years or 6 years, but his legacy. You're Edo best. And the way, a lot of things, I don't want to count it because I was in Benin. Especially, I remember what you did as regards reducing the suffering of those pensioners. That spectacularly. The old men, people that have served, they will come out to Ring Road and be protesting. It's very painful. And you came, you settled them, you make their money available. No talk of if people have, there are a lot of things. I want you, sir. We'll make reference to it. I remember I worked in Palm House when I was about 18 years. I know how it was in Alita. But at the time you came in, Palm House was, I don't know, you see rats in Palm House. But that's, by the way, please. Another thing, you are already a leader. A lot of us are now with you. Because you have given us a light. You've given us a door. You put it on the high pedestal, and it's a reference point. We'll go there, we'll always, but I'm not surprised about Okpewolo, what he's doing. And you made a recipe that we should let him know what he has to do, because he doesn't know what to do. He's a mediocrate. He has nothing. I think that one, if he reads all those things you read, he will not be able to understand it. Yes. So there are so many things I can say. There are so many things you have achieved. Yes. Now I want to say one thing. How do we now go? Because you have not given us a line. How do we now go to see that we take Edo back to where you have put it, and then from there we'll go higher? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Obioba. These people, they don't want to eat to Albert. But I think I must answer him, his questions, and also his comments. First, let me appreciate you for your candor and also for your knowledge of history. You see, as a leader, sometimes you want to focus on what is important and what is critical. I'm glad that someone from the royal family is putting the record straight. And I want to say it. And I am saying this, I know it's being recorded, and I want anybody who cares to contest it. But for our Obaseki, this monarchy would have ended in 1897. And if not for, because I belong and I am a Benin man, and I said nothing must happen to the monarchy. If I wanted, like some crazy politicians, to play politics and do what some other politicians have done with sort of tools in Nigeria, I would have done it and nothing will happen. But we are custodians of our heritage. My great-grandfather did it, and I did it. So whatever anybody is saying today, it's out of pettiness, it's out of mischief, and they don't have a long view of where we are going and where we are coming from. So we should just put that aside and focus on what is critical, which is what most of you have raised today, to say, how do we make our place what it should be? Right? That is the issue. And that solution will come from all of us. But the first thing is, don't keep quiet again. Don't keep quiet again. When you leave this room tonight, you have to say to yourself, where's my network? How do we speak up? And put pressure on them. And it's not from a negative standpoint. It's that you must do the work you are supposed to do. You understand? This is how much you get every month. From federal alone, they get almost 15 billion a month. What do you spend the money on? You're buying vehicles, you're buying that. How does that look? Pensioners, for instance, who are the weakest in our society. We had a health insurance scheme and put all of them in this health insurance scheme so that at least they can receive health care. Bevolo and Co. have destroyed that scheme. So it's you now that will have to be sending money to those old people to take care of themselves and to buy their medicines. Why should that burden be on you? So ask him. Look, we can show you evidence of how the person he put there took all the money from that health insurance scheme. We'll give you the evidence. Somebody should ask. We should petition the FCC. They should begin to arrest people so that they can do what they are supposed to do. It is not right that people who have served, who are old, your uncle is the one that affects you. When you get a text and somebody says, brother, send me money, I have done, ask how. Then you now send it back to the government and say, why are you not helping these people? Do you understand? The problem, the burden is now on you. Look at it from your own, don't even look at from your own selfish standpoint. Every day you get text. Is it not? Who doesn't receive message here every day that they should send money? Eh? It is not about politics, it's not about APC or PDP. It is about good governance and taking care of our people at home. The burden of taking care of our people cannot rest on you alone in the diaspora. Is that clear?
This is now the great-grandson of Oba Ovonramen Great, who was ruling Benin Kingdom during the 1897 invasion wey be say happen for Benin Kingdom. wey see to it say all the artifact dey comot am for Benin Kingdom, carry comot, dey loot those artifacts. Now this great grandson of Oba Ovonramen Great now dey tell us say Aho Obaseki, when every Edo person dey don put the story for our head say e na betrayer, say na him betrayed Benin Kingdom, when be say we as Edo people we no really know that story because many of us dey never born us as at that time, so we no really know the story of that betrayal. But they just tell us say Aho Obaseki na him betrayed Benin Kingdom as at that time. So the great grandson of Oba Ovonramen Great now declare us say Aho Obaseki never betrayed the royal palace. Say if to say maybe such story happen, maybe him own grandfather for don tell am, him own father for don still tell am, but he say since he grow reach like this, he never hear him own parents tell am story like that. Say there was never a time Aho Obaseki take betrayed the royal palace wey dem make us believe. The truth be say there are also historians for Benin Kingdom wey don bring many book come out read. They tell us say see as Aho Obaseki take betrayed the royal palace. Who we wan believe now? Are we going to believe the grandson of Ovonramen Great? I believe say he suppose get details. Maybe father for don tell am the story, anybody for the family for don tell am the story, but he is coming out in the public knowing how crucial this particular matter be. He is coming out in the public to testify that Aho Obaseki is never and will never be an enemy to the palace. And he even made a statement, if Aho Obaseki was an enemy to the royal court, the Oba then will not give his daughter to marry Aho Obaseki, because you will not give your daughter to your enemy to marry. Words dey there, but maybe after he give am the pikin make him marry, now they take get issue. Nobody know. But I believe say for this matter, if person really dey wey be say will get details to fit tell us where, or who be say will still try believe where na this guy, as in the sense that yes, his own grandfather suppose not tell am, or person for their family for suppose not tell am as about the matter, and he suppose not still make inquiries based on how the matter be, because every Edo person believe say Aho Obaseki betrayed Benin Kingdom, and if you want to take kingship from our Oba and he himself will be the king, now wetin everybody believe as a story wey be say they tell everybody, but this guy is coming out to say a different story. So my submission is this: it is hard time. Edo people, carry out your own research, not dey go with they say, just like the MOA, for example, just like the Benin Royal Museum, for example, just like the fundings for the MOA, for example. Everybody they go with they say. Nobody have a concrete information about the whole matter. Nobody. They say they give am that money, but nobody can say this is the exact amount. Nobody can say this is the discussion. So what am I trying to say? Let us not fall into propaganda. Don't be misinformed. I can tell you that 99.9% of Edo people are misinformed. Go and study, do your own research. Do your own research. Use your head. You know what is good. Use your head. You know what is good. Use your head. Don't follow they say. And again, another purpose, the main reason for this video is this. It is hard time that we stop all of these things that we are doing. This enmity in the kingdom is gradually, as in breaking down the kingdom. Edo where a ramana vun it is gradually that we are now seeing relative from the royal palace throwing support to Obaseki now without any fear of favor. They are saying their mind, they are saying their own opinion. I will not say because he's the son of the great grandson of Ovonramen Great that I should believe what he has said, because he himself was not there. But what am I trying to say? Things like this, you can see that the kingdom is gradually being divided. The kingdom is gradually being divided. It is high time we throw away propaganda. It is high time we throw away the say and see how we can unite ourselves together as a light. It is high time. All those ones that are saying, I'm the support of Ubebulu, I'm in support of Obaseki, I'm in support of the royal palace. We don't need divisions among us. We have been divided enough. It is time for us to unite together because of this same Moa issue, because of this same political rascalities that we are seeing in Edo State that have dragged our revered throne into politics. We have seen that the crown prince came out and released a letter that shook the kingdom. We have seen now that the great grandson of Ovonramen Great is coming out to make a declaration that Aho Obaseki, who we all knew to be a betrayer to the kingdom, even they acted it in a movie named 1897 Invasion, as a betrayer to the kingdom. Now the great grandson of Ovonramen Great is saying there was never a time Aho Obaseki was an enemy to the kingdom. Is there a disalignment? Is there a cold war? Is there there is already a division that I know. There is a division in the kingdom already. As in the whole of Benin, there is division. There is Obebulo supporter, Palace supporter, Obaseki supporter. There is division everywhere. You can see it on social media. But it is not time for us to see how we can all unite and promote our monarchy. But even promoting our monarchy, let it be on the standard of truth, transparency, and be self-informed. Not they follow, then say. That's just my take. God bless you.